everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So today we are going to study a new topic. The name of the topic is adjectives. And adjectives are also called as describing words. But what are adjectives? So basically, when a word is describing a particular noun is called as an adjective. Now, I will show you an object that is pink box. Okay. This is a thing. This is a box. It's a thing. So the box is described with the help of the color that is pink. Right. Next, I will show you book. Okay. This is a book. Teacher is holding a thick book. Now the book is described with the word thick. The word the teacher is describing is thick. Okay. Now there are few examples I have given you. Okay. The first picture is a elephant. So your elephant is big. The sentence is big elephant. Big elephant. So elephant is a noun. Okay. And the noun is described with the word big. Right? One more time. What is this? Elephant. So the word elephant is described with the word big. The next picture says tiny ant. Tiny ant. Over here, the ant, it's a noun. Okay. Ant is described with the word tiny. Tiny ant. One more time. Happy face. Happy face. Now the face is described with the word happy. The picture face is described with the word happy. Let's do this again. Adjectives are basically when the words are describing about a noun. Over here, elephant is a noun. That's why the word big is describing elephant. Big elephant. Next is tiny ant. Over here, ant is noun. That's why ant is described with the word tiny. Okay. Next is happy face. So over here, the word happy is described with the face because it's saying the face is happy. The next picture is of a ball. It says round ball. Round ball. How is the ball? It is round in shape. Okay, that is why it is describing. That's why round word is called as describing word. Okay. Next is it's a nice pretty dress, right? So over here the dress is described with the word pretty. It is described with the word pretty. One more time. Dress is a thing. It's a noun. Okay. And the noun is described with the word pretty. Okay. The last. What is the last picture you can see? That is hot cup. We can say hot cup. We can say hot milk, hot coffee, hot tea, anything. Okay. So the picture says this is something hot. Okay. So over here, the word hot is describing the cup. Okay. And the cup is noun. It's a noun, right? It's a thing. That's why it is describing the word cup with the help of the word hot. Right? Let's do this one more time. Then I will show you the PPT. Adjectives. Adjectives are also called as describing words. Adjectives are also called as describing words. So when a particular word is describing more about the noun, is called as adjectives. The first example is of a big elephant. Elephant is a noun. So the word big is describing elephant. Next picture is of a ant. So the word tiny is describing the ant. Third picture, happy face. So over here, the word happy is describing the face. That is a noun. Round ball. Over here, the word round is describing the thing, the ball, the noun. Okay, that is ball. The next is pretty dress. So over here, the word pretty is describing the dress. That the dress is pretty. And last is hot tea, hot cup, hot milk, hot coffee, anything you can keep it. So over here, the word hot is describing the picture, the noun, that is cup. Okay. Now, to learn more detailing about adjectives, I will show you my PPT. Okay. Let's get started. All right. Adjectives, the new grammar tree. Okay. Adjectives are also called as describing words. What are adjectives? So basically, as I explained you, adjectives are also describing words. So adjectives and describing words both are same. Okay. Such words or tells us more about a person, place, thing are called. In other words, it tells you something more about now. Okay. So the person, for example, the girl is wearing a pretty dress. Okay. It is telling more about the girl. It is telling more about the dress. Place, wow, look at the beautiful palace. The word beautiful means describing what, because it is describing more about the palace. Thing, I showed you many examples of thing. I showed you book, I showed you box. Pink book, pink box, that tells more about a particular thing. Correct? And basically, in other words, whatever word that describes noun, that is name, place, animal, or even animals. Name, place, animal, things. Okay? It describes anything about name, place, animal, or thing. It is called as nouns. It is called as adjectives. Let's learn about adjective. Okay, here there are few examples I have given. The first picture is of a flower. Now, if you look at the flower seems very beautiful, very nice, right? So it says this is a beautiful flower. So the word flower is a noun. The word flower is a noun, and the word beautiful, the word beautiful describes the flower. Okay, it is describing the flower, that is beautiful flower. So it is describing that the word beautiful is an adjective. You can also say it as a describing word. The next picture is of a nice cool cap, right? Now I'm saying that this is my new cap. So the word cap is a noun, okay, and the word that describes the cap is new. So the word new is an adjective. The word new is an adjective. Next, let's use more words. That is, Tina is a little girl. Over here, Tina has been described as little. She's a little girl. The word little means describing what? It means adjective. Okay? Because first of all, it's a person. We are talking about a person. Second thing, it is telling more about the girl, that she's little. Her height is little or she's small. Okay. Second is they saw a tall building. So over here, the first will find out the noun. Okay. So the noun must be building. Okay. And the word tall tells us more about the building. So the word tall describes a thing, that is building. Okay, the tall is describing the thing. And the answer is tall. Tall is a describing word, or you can also call it an adjective. Now let us talk about the place over here. India is a big country. India is a country. So it's a place. So this is telling more about a place, more about the India. So the word big is describing more about the place, that the country India. So the word big describes a place, that is country. Okay. Now this is a nice, beautiful ball. So over here, Veer has a new ball. Veer is the name of a person. Okay. Then ball over here, ball is a noun, right? It's a thing. So the word new once again describes a thing. Once again, it is describing the thing, that is ball. It's a new ball. Correct? We have just learned that an adjective comes before noun. We just learned that always the word, the describing word comes just before the noun, right? Now, there are few examples. We'll redo it again. That is big country. The word big is a describing word and country is a place. It is just coming before the noun. New ball. Over here, the word ball is a noun and the word new is a describing word. So it is telling more about the ball. Little girl. Again, the girl is a person over here, that is a noun, and it is telling more about the person, more about the girl. That means it's just saying little. More about adjectives. Okay, now let us learn more about adjectives. Now there are some adjectives that tells us how many. What is the meaning of how many? Now how many is basically I am holding one marker. One marker. So it is telling about the number of the marker I'm holding. So it is one, right? So over here, over here the example is we ate 2 ice creams. It is telling us how much ice cream you ate. So the word 2, the number 2 is called as describing word or an adjective. For again, I'll repeat again, that is we ate 2 ice creams. So over here, the number 2, the word 2 is describing more about the ice cream. And it tells us how many ice creams does the another person had. So that is the meaning of 2. That is the meaning of how many. Correct? There is one more example, that is there are 3 dogs in the yard. 3 dogs. First of all, dog is a noun, animal. Okay. And it tells that how many dogs were there. How many dogs were there? 3. So the number 3 tells us how many dogs are there in the yard. The next option is a square has 4 sides. A square has 4 sides. So over here, the number 4 tells us how many sides the square has. We can use one more example, that is a triangle has 3 sides. So the number 3 is telling more about the triangle, telling more about the sides of the triangle. So the number 3 would be the describing word. Similarly, here a square square has 4 sides. It is telling more about the square. It is telling how many numbers of sides does the square has. So 4. Next is there are 6 fishes in the lake. So over here, the number 6 is telling how many fishes were there in the lake. Okay, fishes is a noun. Again, it's an animal. It comes under animal, aquatic animals. Okay, so it tells more about the fish. It tells more about the noun. That is 6. They are telling that there are total 6 numbers of fish in the lake. So the number 6 tells us how many fishes are there in the lake. And adjectives may sometimes be placed somewhere else in the sentence. It must, however, describe noun, common, or proper. Now we know what is noun, what is common noun, what is proper noun, right? So it is not compulsory that it is always placed just before the noun. It can describe more about the common noun. It can describe more about the proper noun. It can describe more about the nouns as well. Now, sometimes it tells us more about the noun. It tells the color of the noun. Okay, as I showed you, pink color book, pink color box. Similarly, let's see what are the examples given. Where are the purple balloons? So there it is telling about the balloon. The color of the balloon is purple. It is telling more about the balloons. So it is not compulsory that it is always described as something, a complimentary thing, that is beautiful, pretty, old, new. It can tell in the numbers also. It can tell for color also. It can tell for the compliment, the words pretty, beautiful, and everything. The next option, the next example is the sky is blue. Now over here, if you notice the word sky is before the adjective, right? But it describes the sky. It is telling more about the sky. So over here, the sky is blue. So the color blue is describing the nouns. It is describing the noun. Okay. Look at the red cup. Look at the red cup. The color red is describing the cup. Okay. Now your the cup is red in color. So it is telling more about the cup. And then the color of the cup is red color. I repeat, look at the red cup. Red describes the noun, that is cup. All right. The next is, please give me some orange paint. Now over here, the color, the word orange is describing more about the paint. Okay. So the word orange is describing words. Okay. I repeat, please give me some orange paint. Orange describes the noun, describes the paint, it describes the color of the paint. That is why orange is the describing word or an adjective. You can call it both. Now this is a fun activity that we are going to do. We are just going to color it, or you can just write down in your book. Okay. There are few options. There are few words given to you. I'll read out everything for you. Tall, bottle, bag, pretty, soft, new, book, big, tiny, Tom, strong, cunning, animal, Bob, red, 6, train, black, watch, and horse. So these are the few words which are mixed. Okay. And out of this, you are going to color it, or you can note it down. You can write it down in your rough book or anywhere. Only the describing words, only the adjectives you are going to write. Okay. Now let us see the answer. Okay. Okay. So your tall. Tall is describing about something. There is a tall building. Tall. It is describing more about the building. The word tall is a describing word. Second, bottle. Bottle is the name of a thing. It's a noun. It's not a describing word. Next is bag. Bag is also a name of a thing. It's a noun. It's not a describing word. Pretty. Pretty. Pretty is telling something about the object. Pretty house, pretty dress, pretty face. Okay. So it is telling more about the noun. So the word pretty is a describing word. Soft. I have a soft pillow. So it is telling more about the pillow. The pillow is soft. That is why the word soft is a describing word. New. I got a new cap. I got a new book. I got a new pencil. It is telling more about the noun. That's why the word new is a describing word. Book. Book is a thing. That's why it's not a describing word. It's a noun. Big. Remember the picture? Big elephant. It is telling more about the noun. That's why the word big is a describing word. Tiny. Remember the word and. The picture and tiny and is telling. Tiny is telling more about the word and. That's why it is an adjective. Tom is the name of a person. That's why it's an this naming word. That does mean nouns. Strong. Strong means for example, I'll give an example. Hulk is very strong. So the word Hulk, the superhero Hulk, is describing, it is saying that he is very strong. So that's why the word strong is a describing word. Cunning. There is a cunning fox. Cunning means very intelligent, very clever. Okay. That's why the cunning word is telling more about the fox. That's why it's an adjective. Animal, obviously it's a noun, so it is not a adjective. It's not an adjective. Bob is also a name, so it's not an adjective. Red. I have a red color book. So red is telling about the book. It is telling more about the book. That's why it is an adjective. 6. Teacher had 6 chocolates. So the word 6, the chocolate, teacher is telling how many chocolates she had. She had 6 chocolates. That's why the number 6 is called as describing word. Train. Train is the name of a vehicle. So that's why it's not a adjective. It's not an adjective. Black. I have a black boots. So boot is a noun and it is telling more about the boot that is black. The word black is a describing word. Watch is the name of a thing. That's why it's not adjective. And last is horse. Horse is also a name of an animal. So it's not an adjective. All right. The words pretty, tiny, black, four, tall, and many more are called as describing words. Words which describe noun are called adjectives. All describing words are adjectives. As I said earlier, that all the words which are describing are also called as adjectives, and all the words that are adjectives are also called as describing. Both have the same meaning. Okay. I hope you all are clear with the concept of adjectives, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Take care.